Let's reach our arms way up. Draw everything in. Compress, and then expand. Imagine there's some resistance here. Compress. Expand. Compress into the palms while expanding through the chest and the arms. You can close your eyes now if you like. And we'll just sit. Deep breaths. And if you have thoughts, let them come, let them go again. And stretch the top of your head up. Make more space between the shoulders and the ears. And see if you can let thoughts come and go, and go and go and go more. And your breath should end up getting slower and slower and deeper and deeper. All right, let's bow in. Omani. Hey. Hi. お願いします。
お願いします。
はい。はい。Stretch the head up the whole time. Back further. Continue to be aware of your breathing. Your breath's deliberate. stretch them out. And then open them up. Drop your center into your foot through your thumbs. Open it up. Open up. Open it. Side and the other. Drop your shoulder down. Other shoulder. This time rotate and rotate. And borrowing from yoga, downward dog. And one foot up. Switch. And then, kids in my kids class like to call this salamander walk. So this hand and this foot right next to each other. Then your next step is a diagonal step. This hand and that foot. And I don't have enough room to really take a long walk. Doing it, drop the hips. Should feel fantastic on your lower back. Switch again. And one more switch. Feet together. Chest. Again. Be conscious of your breathing still. To the side. Other side. And drop the shoulder. Other side, drop the shoulder. And alternate. Head down. Other side. again. Right. And even. And let's do a little bit of Shinkokyu standing, but with kind of in a squat. So a lot of us are staying at home a lot these days, and we're not getting so much exercise. Our legs aren't getting much of a workout. So find that point where your legs really get worked. So not just bending your knees, not just this much. This is pretty easy for me. But if I bend a little bit more, this really makes me work. So find that. Let's close our eyes if you're comfortable closing your eyes. And let's just breathe. We'll just hold it for a minute or so. If you have any discomfort, like in the joints or anything, don't do this. Take a moment of just silence. No discomfort. Sit it out rather than put up with something that hurts. Deep, slow, deliberate breaths. A little more. Last one. Hey, okay. Right. Stay conscious of your breath. Keep stretching your head up. Keep the space between the shoulders and the ears. Deep, slow breaths. Left foot forward. Still, draw the crown of the head up. Put space between the ears and the shoulders. And we'll do the rolling exercise. Right. And be as loud or as silent as you need to be. I've got some neighbors, I don't want to bother them, so I'll be pretty quiet. But keep your focus on the breathing, as well as the posture, all right? So we stretch out to a bent front knee, and we come back to a bent back knee. Stretch out, and then back knee bends. Not just straight like this, okay? Straight now, bending now. And so we're rooting ourselves, but at the same time, we're stretching up our head up to the ceiling and stretching the shoulders down. So again, left foot forward. I'll do it this angle. Here we go. Hi. Slow, deep breaths. Okay. And right foot forward, I'll give you this angle for the camera this time, for what it's worth. Here we go. Hey, okay. The vibrations become smaller and smaller. Hi, Shinkokyu. Right, okay. So that's end of the warm-up. But believe it or not, I want to start right in where we left off. So let's go back to Shinkokyu. By the way, the original writing of Shinkokyu, Shin in the original writing is the kanji for deep, like deep breathing, okay? But then somewhere along the lines, somebody started writing it with a different kanji, the kanji for God and spirit. So I think they're both valuable. And as we do this, let's keep the image, and if you like, you can even take it further than just an image and make it actually literal, physical. Let's think about our inside opening up first. And you can even think of your torso pushing your hands out. You can kind of arch your back, exaggerate. It's an exaggeration, admittedly. Anyway, expand your lungs and your torso first. And let that feeling send your hands out. And let's think about the rotation of the arm as well. All right, so when the torso pushes the arms out, there's a natural tendency, if you're really blank in your mind, you don't have some martial arts techniques in mind, there's a natural tendency for the arms to rotate out. So think about the thumbs leading the way in both directions. Stretch the crown of the head up. But make sure that you're feeling rooted, grounded. Then let's start tilting our Shinkokyu just a bit. Tilting it. And still leading with the thumbs. Like a flower opening up, the petals open. And then it continues growing, doesn't it? Or at least the stems and everything continue growing. Remember, when the hands come back together, the thumb leads. So imagine the top hand like water rolling over a waterfall. Heavy thumb. I'll do it here so you get a better picture. And keep the space between the shoulders and ears the whole time. Brian, since I should have asked you before, if I put it on gallery mode so I can see people like that, does that affect you guys, or are we good? Give me a thumbs up if we're good. Okay, great. Great. That way I can see everybody, even if you're very small. I like the Zoom meetings to be as interactive as possible. And now we're going to tilt it more and more so that that up hand is going up more and more rather than out here. So feel your whole body. Imagine shears reaching out with a glass, and then it sort of veers off like an arc. Expansion, deflation. I guess we would say deflate. Deep, deep breaths. Head stretches out. Take a straight line up that then veers off. Don't just be going out here, but actually take it up the center line and veer off. Then let's incorporate the legs. Right, if the right arm is going up, right leg forward. Left arm going up, left leg forward. And as this goes up and as you expand, you can sink back into that back leg. Deep breaths. Expand. Deflate. So you should be, especially experienced Aikido people, you should be seeing Tenshinage pretty strongly right here now. And as is always the case with every technique, different dojos do Tenshinage differently. My lineage, Yamaguchi Sensei, Takeda Shihan, we normally do Tenshinage, bringing our partner up this way on the outside of our forward leg. So if you want to keep that image in mind, go for it. And if it's opposite of your image, then that's all the more exciting. You get to try something new. Deep breaths. So many dojos, they have a partner here and they throw them that way. But in our organization, we often bring them here and sort of vacuum them in. Sinking back. I'll do it from this angle. And there goes my partner. There's my partner. Now they go this way. Head stretches up, shoulders stretch down. Nice. Nice. Yes. And I recommend trying sinking back as the hands stretch. It's kind of counterintuitive. And counterintuitive is where it's at. It stretches our brain. Brain yoga. Very nice, very nice. Okay, then let's gradually make it more horizontal again. Continue your awareness of your breathing. And back to Shinkokyu. This time, let's just imagine Shinkokyu with the one hand, and we'll turn that direction, and then back, and then the other hand, and then back. But keep the head stretching up, shoulders stretching down. Really get that space between the ears and the shoulders. Chest big. Eyes on a point across the room. That's at eye level, not a point down here, but a point on the wall or a line across the wall as you turn. That's at eye level. And now when we arrive at one side, we're going to kind of sink with this front knee and then turn back. Yeah, sink with that front knee and turn back. Imagine that you're grabbing a whole huge handful of air too, by the way. You can go with the other often used Aikido image of, grabbing a globe or a ball or something, but what if it were a huge, you just wanted to grab as much air as possible. Chest big, shoulders down, head stretched up. Very nice, very nice. Good. And we're always leading with the thumb. And I'll do it back here so you get an even better view of other things that you can't see when I'm close. Or this angle. And then if you like, you can also think about that person or those people that you find extremely challenging or intimidating. Imagine that your wrist is landing in their palm, but keep the shoulder loose. Keep the shoulder down. Your wrist lands in their palm, but no problem. You can turn, you can pivot. Today, that intimidating, scary, strong, stubborn training partner is so cooperative. The silver lining of Zoom, huh? I can throw scariest person. Okay, this time let's stretch it out. Okay, they've got your wrist. Turn, shoulders stay down. And let's stretch this arm out and rotate it. Okay. Again, different dojos do it differently, but I teach my students for Irimi Tenkan to rotate this arm and take it way out. That's how we loosen the grip. And I'll do it even closer to the camera because perhaps that would be helpful. Here, here, and here, the thumb down. And it should be a great stretch for your lower back. Wrist goes in their palm. Should feel fantastic. Unless it's just me, I don't know. Keep the breathing going. And as you stretch out, make sure that you keep as much space between the shoulders and ears as possible. Keep the space, keep the space. Then we can incorporate the second hand. Many dojos leave this underneath so that it can take a hold of your partner's wrist once they get there. And then we can stretch both hands out. Okay? Here, here. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. I messed up on that one. Stretch both hands out and rotate this top one. Okay, and then the next step. If we really stretch this out, our partner should be here with their back. We should be able to see our partner's back, huh? That's pretty universal no matter what style. We want to be looking at our partner's back. And then we can bring them around for eating tenkan. Here, here. Now there's the back. Hand goes on their shoulder. Shadow Aikido, yeah? But keep the head stretching up, shoulders stretching down the whole way through. Okay, this is your chance. You're on Zoom. You're not getting any resistance from any stubborn partner. Okay, so you can do these movements, but make your own form, your own alignment, your own posture better and better and better and better. All right, and then let's do tenkan. So sorry, the footwork on that was just here, and then a tenkan. But the beginning, no tenkan. Here and here. Okay, that's what we were doing. Now let's go back to Shinkokyu. Head stretches up, loosen the neck, slow deep breaths. And then again, the side. Shoulders are loose. And then this time, let's do tenkan and settle. Other side, the tenkan and settle. Okay, here, tenkan and settle. Tenkan and settle. And keep the eyes on a point across the wall, across the room, at eye level. Keep the eyes at eye level, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. So here's my partner right now. I settle, they compress. Tenkan, settle. Continue, please. Let me get a look at everybody. Continue, continue. Yes, yes, yes. Nice. Yeah. Good, good. Yeah. Reminder for some of you, I see some eyes going down. put the eyes at eye level, and it'll really help you open your chest. So open your chest also. Excellent, really beautiful. Really beautiful. Jacqueline, very nice. This settling back sort of thing that you're doing. That's exactly what it's exactly what I'm going for. Okay. And let's explore this compression. So continuing here, exactly what we're doing, compression. And then we can release into kotegaishi. So people who are familiar with Yamaguchi Sensei's style, maybe they've experienced this ukemi, being compressed here and then released to come around. And remember, we're not twisting people's wrists. We will come back. We will have a little bit of a talk about, the art of peace begins with you. But right now I'll say simply that I'll just give you a reminder, the art of peace begins with you. So don't be twisting people's wrists. So settle, compress, then we release them, they come around. And think about your center. Your other hand just happens to be there. We compress, then release them. This other hand is waiting, but it's powered by your center. Koshi kiru. I heard that so much when I lived in Japan. Koshi is the hips. Kiru is cut. Cut with the hips cut. Tenkan, compress, release. Here. Okay. And then just for fun, since we're already doing tenkan, let's do tenkan and shihonage ura. I'll give you the full view so you get the feet. Okay, tenkan, just like we've been doing, but then we continue pivoting. And we drop their hand. Shihonage, right? Tenkan goes up, comes down. Tenkan comes up, goes down. Keep the space between the shoulders and ears. Too close to my TV. Continue, please. Yeah, open the chest too. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Nice, Carol. Yeah, great, great. And then Carol reminded me, one thing that's very common is people like to duck their head when they raise a sword or when they raise their arms. So don't, okay? Keep that head stretched up. You can bend your knees, you can lift your arms. So keep this beautiful structure that you had throughout the whole thing, even when your hands go up. Nice, Carol. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So much better. Wow. Yeah. Nice, Scott. Good, good. And remember how we let our hands fall. When we were doing Tenchinage, we allowed our hands to simply fall almost by the weight of our thumbs. Imagine heavy thumbs. So don't force your partner down with Shihonage. Okay. Nice. Okay. All right, let's go back to Shinkokyu. And a little bit Tenchinage. Gradually, gradually making the up and down more extreme, but with Shinkokyu still in mind. One foot forward. Switch the feet. I'll do it from this angle. Right hand up, right foot forward. Left hand up, left hand forward, left foot forward. Deep breaths, slow breaths. Okay, and now let's make it more and more vertical, but still think about Shinkokyu. Sorry, let me backtrack slightly. So one more time, one more reminder. When this hand is going up, when it falls back down, just let the thumb lead the way. Can you hear me, Brian Sensei?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you're looking at the screen. I wasn't sure if you had a message for me or someone else. Okay, so the hand comes up and then it rotates, falls back down. Again, like water over the waterfall. Okay, so now let's come up, both hands tracking a line together. But what does this bottom hand do? It's the same motion with this bottom hand. When we go into Ikkyo, this bottom hand turns over. It goes right over the waterfall. And when we have a big scary partner, we want to do this. Again, now is your chance to train with that big scary partner. But keep your alignment and keep your posture. So from here, deep breaths, slow breaths. Head stretches up to the ceiling. Shoulders stay low. A lot of you are in the same lineage that I'm in. So I know you know the name Yamaguchi Sensei. And you've probably seen so many videos of him, so many photos. You'd be hard pressed to find one where he's like this. Especially his Ikkyo. He expands as partner goes down. I didn't say so ahead of time, I don't think, but if you have a Joe, please get that. Forgive me if I didn't say anything, but I'm suddenly inspired. So, okay, so this is your partner's arm. This is your partner's arm. So, rough landing there. Okay, so we can continue it. We cut and down into the pin or not, don't worry. We don't all have nice landing positions. Keep the shoulders down as you do it. It would be really tempting to get into some sort of Jo practice with strikes and stuff. Just imagine that this Jo is your partner's arm. Okay. And if your Jo is kind of fanning out to the side here, it could mean that you're trying to take your partner's arm and force them. But if your Jo is making more like a wheel, a vertical wheel that's right next to you, that could be a good sign. Could mean that you're simply cutting. Okay? So go for that and experience that. Let your body experience that. Deep, deliberate breaths. Continue, please. Let me clarify something. So again, just imagine that this Jo is your partner's arm. And so my hand is open to it. We're not doing Jo practice. It's not Jo practice. It's just that I don't have a partner. So a hand goes here and we cut. Okay, just like when we have a partner and their arm is here, we have our open hand and we cut. Yeah, a little more. I'll do it from the side. But as we cut, stretch the head up, shoulders down, bend the knees so that you're grounded. Stretch your mind down, stretch your head and neck up. Continue. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice, Isabel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, good, Alessandro. Really nice. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good, good, good. And then Scott, try having your forearm more vertical instead of like this. Just here. And the cut will go so easily when you do that, especially once we're back training with partners. And again, for some of you, by the way, the psychological side of this, it's your chance to train with that big scary person that's usually so stubborn. We're on Zoom, so you can have any images in your mind that you want. Tear it up, go wild, throw everybody. Good. Okay, next thing. Again, this is just my partner's arm. Cut, 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 and Nikkyo. Jo is a really nice tool for Nikkyo. Cut, 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 Nikkyo. Cut. Okay. Again, we're not doing Jo techniques. We're doing empty hand techniques, but instead of a human, we're using a Jo. Cut, 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 get. Cut, 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 get. I'm not sure if we have a lot of beginners in here or not. I'm seeing a lot of people who are probably Yudansha, but for the beginners, let me slow it down. Cut, cut. And the Jo just rolls right down your palm, around the back of your thumb. And there it is, up to your opposite lapel. Or from the other side, we cut and cut and cut and cut. Roll the Jo around the back of your thumb, and then it falls in between here so that you can grab. Get. This side again. Get. And this side again. What time is it? Holy cow. Can't believe. Almost 1 hour. That's crazy. Deep breaths, slow breaths. Compress. This is compression again, right? Expansion, compression. Not violence, not hurting people, not twisting wrists. Compression, right? Expansion, compression. Expansion, compression. Then once you get more and more comfortable with those technicalities of what the hands are doing, stretch your head up again, stretch your neck. And bend your knees. Just a little bit more. And last one. Right. Put the Joes away. Okay, and let's warm down a little bit. Feet apart. side. Turn your center. Turn your heart up. Other way. Expansion. To the side. Okay. And then up to you. You can sit in a chair. You can sit on a bench. You can sit on a towel. You can stand. You can lie down. Whatever you like. But let's fill up our body, fill up our lungs. Imagine taking in all the air of the room. Compress. Expand. Compress. Expand. Keep expanding, keep expanding, keep expanding into the palms. So expansion, cycle, it's a cycle. Expansion to compression to expansion, circle in front of you. Let's sit for a moment. And I recommend that you close your eyes if you like. Deep, slow breaths. Stretch the crown of your head up. Drop your shoulders down. Stretch your neck up as much as possible. And settle into your seat bones, but keep stretching the head and neck up. Expand through the chest and out through the arms. Okay, let's bow out. Shomani. Hey. Hey. ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
はい。
Lia Sensei, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. And everybody, yourself, so you can, if you want to share something or ask.
Nice. I do. I want to, you know, I read this often for myself. Just a reminder. I'm trying to memorize the whole thing. Got part of it memorized, but I just print this out and read it every now and then. So we all know it, I think. I think we've all read it, but here it goes again. Can't hear this too much, in my opinion. The art of peace begins with you. Work on yourself and your appointed task in the art of peace. Everyone has a spirit that can be refined, a body that can be trained in some manner, a suitable path to follow. You are here for no other purpose than to realize your inner divinity and manifest your inner enlightenment. Foster peace in your own life, and then apply the art to all that you encounter. And there are so many times in my life that, that this quote really steers me and seems very relevant. But especially right now, and I'm in the USA with so much conflict going on. In Los Angeles, there was rioting and everything. So yeah, this quote is very helpful for me. It's a good reminder. And thank you very much. My idea is just with this type of training, whether it's on my own in front of a camera on Zoom, or then hopefully when it's with another person at the dojo, and then with another person outside the dojo, physical or otherwise. It usually is otherwise first. This is my goal, and this is my my study, my lifelong study, and I think this is the way that we Aikidoists can give back. And it might be a kind of idealistic sounding thing that I'm saying. I'm not in some war-torn location and everything, but I think that this is a good starting point. So, and when I train this way, I feel that I've got a better chance of perhaps embodying these principles when I do this sort of training that that you allowed me to share with you. So thank you so much. Brian Sensei, thank you so much for putting it together.
Thank you very much, Lia Sensei. It's my pleasure, and so happy. Yeah, I'm so happy to study this with you.
Nice.